On our last video, our ranking of the smartest plays in NFL history exploded past 230,000 views, but according to the thousands of NFL fans, we missed some of the greatest football IQ moments ever. So, today, we're letting the fans build the list. From a kicker catching his own onside kick, to Dan Marino making a legendary play. And, to kick things off, we have to start on football's biggest stage, Super Bowl 58. The 49ers were looking for a spark on offense, and instead of turning to their quarterback, they went to a very unlikely source for a touchdown pass.
Juwan Jennings, trick play. Oh, this ball's in the air for a long time. McCaffrey's able to pull it down, and he's going in for the touchdown.
Now that's one way to catch a defense off guard. Juwan Jennings, a former high school quarterback who later converted to receiver at Tennessee, takes the pass from Brock Purdy and then launches one of his own across the field to Christian McCaffrey for a 21-yard touchdown. But at number 11, who basically perfected a 1,000 IQ move that nobody else in the NFL can pull off. Troy Polamalu is one of the greatest defensive players of all time, and what made him so special wasn't just speed or power, it was timing. It was like he could read the play before it even happened.
Don't want to take any chances. Oh, Polamalu! Again jumping the gun!
The more you watch it, the more insane it gets. If he's off by even half a second, that's an offside flag. But he's never off, never early, never late, just perfect. And that's what made Troy Polamalu one of the smartest players in the NFL ever. But at number 10, you have to wonder just how big your balls have to be to pull off one of the smartest plays in Super Bowl history. Super Bowl 44, the Saints trailed 10-6 coming out of halftime, and that's when Sean Payton made one of the gutsiest calls the NFL has ever seen. Instead of giving the ball back to the explosive Colts offense led by Peyton Manning, the Saints decided to put 101% of his brains and 101% of his balls on the table and do the unthinkable.
Looking at every time he comes off the field.
Onside kick to start the second half, and the ball bounces off the hands of a Colt, and it looks like the Saints had it for a second.
It came out of the hands of the Saints player too.
Yeah, an onside kick in the Super Bowl that took officials nearly 90 seconds to sort through the pile, and when they finally cleared it up, it was Saints ball. The Saints scored on the drive, grabbed the lead, and never looked back, eventually winning 31-17 and bringing home the first Super Bowl in franchise history. But at number 9, the Chiefs have been so smart and so dominant over the last few years that sometimes it feels like they just enjoy clowning AFC West teams. Because in the game against the Raiders, that was basically already over, Kansas City decided to get a little creative and pull out one of the most disrespectful genius plays you'll ever see.
Look at this.
I've never seen that before in my life. A little carousel, kick it to Patrick, back throw, the throwback screen, and they call Tooney.
The level of disrespect is unreal. This is the football equivalent of dancing on someone's grave. And speaking of smart plays, what makes them so special is simple. The opponent never sees them coming. And nothing proves that better than this special teams trick from a game between the Bills and the Seahawks, where Buffalo pulled off a play so sneaky, it completely caught Seattle sleeping.
Get that offense back on the field, but I can't say enough about this Buffalo offensive line. I mean, I was expecting coming in here that the pressure from the Seattle defense would overwhelm them at times. There are times that Trent Edwards could make a sandwich.
And there it is, wide open.
Yeah, a punter throwing a touchdown pass. Brian Moorman drops back like he's about to launch a routine punt, and the entire Seahawks defense buys it, and instead, he tosses a perfect 19-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Denny. I mean, if you're giving up touchdown passes to the punter, you've officially been outsmarted. If you enjoy our content, remember to like and subscribe. This helps us make more and better videos. Okay, let's continue to the video. In number 7, Miami special teams pulled off a genius play. It's the second quarter, you're down 13-7. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Do you kick a field goal? Try a quarterback sneak? How about neither?
Hawk, the punter, takes the snap, and then the toss to the end zone.
You could almost see the confusion setting in on the defense because the last thing anybody expected was a shovel pass from the punter to the kicker, Jason Sanders, to complete the first ever punter to kicker touchdown in NFL history. But on the next play, we've got a team thinking they're the smartest guys on the field, only to get completely outsmarted by a wide receiver who suddenly turned into a safety with a 1,000 IQ play.
That's the kind of defense Gus Bradley wants to play, and the Raiders need to play.
They're going to fake Ty Long to throw for it, and it was caught and knocked out of bounds.
Renfro read that play like he had the script beforehand. Seriously, the football IQ to see it coming before the ball was even snapped is ridiculous. And then add in the closing speed, an absolutely devastating hit at the end. A wide receiver delivering the hit of the year on special teams? Yeah, Hunter Renfro was operating on a different level. And now, we're getting into our top 5 plays. In this play, one of the greatest receivers of all time pulled off what might just be the most famous lateral in NFL history.
The biggest difference in this football team this year.
Culpepper with time running out here in the first half. All kinds of time, going to throw it deep for Moss. Pulls it in at the 10-yard line. Flips it over his head. This is a touchdown.
The Moss to Mo lateral, the Moss toss. One of the most exciting and smartest plays you'll ever see. No doubt this was one of Randy's greatest moments, not because of a crazy catch or pure speed, but because of the awareness to pull that off mid-play. But at number 4, this high IQ play came when Pat McAfee decided trusting his teammates was completely overrated, because instead of kicking the ball and hoping someone recovered it, he basically said, "Fine, I'll recover it myself."
Onside kick try. McAfee recovers his own kick. They're the only team in the league this year to successfully get an onside.
The surprise onside kick was already a genius move, but the kicker being the one who recovers it? Yeah, that's not how this is supposed to work. The Colts capitalized on the extra possession, punched in a quick touchdown to go up 10-0, and eventually walked away with a 33-28 win. Now that was crazy, but at number 3, we've got a play so smart, the NFL literally had to change the rules to deal with it, because the Ravens did something you're basically not supposed to do in football. Bengals versus Ravens, with Baltimore up 5, and just 11 seconds left on the clock. The Ravens didn't want to give Cincinnati even a sniff at a return, a block, or a miracle. So John Harbaugh went full chess mode.
Morgan Cox, the snapper, and Cook. No one's rushing him. Flags come down. Nobody has even come close to Cook, who goes to the back of the end zone as time expires. But there will be holding probably called on the play.
Sam Cook takes the snap and just holds on to the ball. And what follows is pure chaos, as Ravens blockers start committing blatant holding penalties on purpose just to keep Bengals rushers from getting anywhere near him. And it works. The clock runs out. Baltimore escapes with the win, and the NFL was so embarrassed by the whole thing, they literally had to change the rules afterward. But at number 2, we've got the moment the Rams deceived basically everyone in the stadium with one of the smartest special teams tricks you'll ever see. Now, the Rams had a 2-score lead on the Seahawks, and when the punt return opportunity came up, they decided to cook up something nobody saw coming.
Ryan punting it away. Austin back deep. And the punt taken on the far side by Stedman Bailey. Bailey down the sideline, and he will take it all the way. The Seahawks were faked out by Austin. He set up for the return on the left side.
Damn, they fooled the Seahawks, they fooled the cameraman, and they had me rewatching the play 3 times, because I couldn't believe what I just watched. Tavon Austin deserved a standing ovation for that performance, but at number 1, we've got to talk about what is probably the smartest play in NFL history. 1994, the Dolphins are down 3 points against the Jets with less than a minute left. Marino hits Mark Ingram Sr. for a first down, setting up 1st and goal on the Jets' 8-yard line with 38 seconds to go. The offense rushes to the line. Marino starts motoring for a spike to stop the clock, and everybody in that stadium thought they knew exactly what was coming next.
By Glenn.
Marino's trying to get everybody on the line of scrimmage. Now he still has 1 timeout. They'll save that for the field goal if they have to.
We are seeing another spectacular effort by Marino, who fires. Touchdown!
Deception of the highest order. Easy pass to Ingram in the end zone. Game-winning score, and just like that, the Jets got cooked in front of the whole world. And the craziest part? That play was so legendary that quarterbacks have been trying to pull it off ever since, but few have ever done it quite like Marino. And that right there is why Dan Marino will never be forgotten, even without a Super Bowl ring. But here's the thing, all these smart plays worked because the moment was planned and calculated. But what happens when there is no plan, no calculation, and you just launch the ball into the air and pray? That is a whole different kind of crazy. And I got the perfect video for it right here.
Eli Apple back there as well. Landon Collins